right. Welcome to the Team Sailing Podcast, The Crow's Nest, where you get a bird's eye view of everything coming up on the horizon.
We're going to tell you about a few upcoming things in January for this podcast. So first up, talking about 2025, we had 3 goals, 5% customer account growth, marketing, and of course, Core 4. So as far as the 5% customer account growth, we fell a little bit shy. We had about 2% customer account growth. So solid there, but not quite the 5%. Still really great.
Glad it's in positive, though. That's amazing.
Yeah, me too. And then as far as the Core 4, we had a lot of great team building. You know, Core 4, of course, being, does your team have their Great Club certifications, their team sailing certifications? Are they on the same page, helping out? And we had a lot of growth in that area. We saw a lot of people step up to product lead, shift lead, these kind of different positions. We had a lot of people join management. So really successful year in Core 4. And then marketing, I think we learned a lot this year in marketing.
Yeah.
We did a lot with marketing. We've tried some different sales. We've tried some different things online digitally. We've been trying to get some teams out there with signs and stuff like that. And marketing's been pretty successful this year, I would say. It's going to be a major focus going forward. But overall, I'd call it a pretty big win on our 2025 goals.
I think so. And when it comes to marketing, I think we learned a lot about what does and doesn't work.
Yeah,
so definitely. I feel like that's going to really help us for the next year.
Definitely. So towards the end, I'll talk a little bit about our goals for 2026. But for now, I'm going to pass it back to Chase to talk about some upcoming stuff.
All right. So this upcoming month's theme is going to be vision, which y'all know I'm going to have recommendations for y'all. I would say set your salon goals together. It's more fun when you get to be a part of setting the goals. So if you're a stylist and you want to help with that, tell your manager, hey, let's get together and make the goals together as a team. And then a good thing to do is create a vision board together for the salon. That helps everyone, be able to put something in there that means something to them. And then, it's just more motivational when you know that you got to choose something that you're working towards. And of course, don't forget to create your own vision board and put it up in the break room along with your salons. That way y'all can help encourage each other to not only hit your salon goals, but also to accomplish the things on your own vision boards.
Yeah, I think sometimes we fall short on goals because we don't take time to plan them or think about them. And so, making that vision board, kind of keeping it in front of you, I think that really helps you stay kind of on track.
Absolutely.
And thinking about those things.
Absolutely.
So as far as being on track, we've got several dates coming up on the Compass, which will be out later today. First up, we've got a manager meeting on the 7th, and then a follow-up manager development on the 13th. They're both going to be 10 to 2, so really excited to roll out a lot of new updates for the new year at those 2 events, and really looking forward to them.
I'm looking forward to the field day
on
the 13th.
Field day on the 13th. It should be a lot of fun and should really have some good productive things as well. So looking at the 15th of January, we've got our mid-period reviews. So if you were new to Team Sailing, when we did our reviews in October, we kind of said, hey, we'll do this mid-period review on January 15th for you. So if you're one of those people, we'll be doing a mid-period review for those people on the 15th. Really excited for that. Our normal review will be in April, which will be announced closer to April. Martin Luther King Day is going to be a blackout day on the 19th. Really always an exciting day. Kids are going to be out, usually very busy. We have a class for stylists and managers. This time we're actually trying sort of a troubleshooting class. It's going to be around the internet and the printers. We've had some stylists that are really interested in learning more about sort of technology and how, what's a router and how does that work, or modems, and how does internet really work there, and then as well as the printers and some other troubleshooting stuff. So if you're someone who likes to get hands-on with that, you want to know more, make sort of that technology side a little less uncomfortable, we're going to be doing a class on that. It's going to be from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. On the 20th of January. So come to that class prepared, and you'll learn a lot about troubleshooting.
Absolutely. It's great for if you're one of those stylists that's like, I wish I knew what to do when this happened with the iPad. What happened? Right. What do I do when the internet's out? And you want to learn about that? This is the perfect class for you.
Absolutely. Foil shaver classes, we are going to be doing a couple of those. First up on the 11th at 5:30, we'll have one at SA Crossing. That's primarily for the SA Crossing team, but if other stylists want to attend, it's going to be at 5:30 on January 11th. And then on January 20th, following that troubleshooting class, we are going to be having another foil shaver class at 1:30. So usually about an hour. Chase does a great job kind of talking through. Well, you can talk about it.
Yeah, so actually the one on the 20th is going to be the one that I hand off to Anita. She's going to be taking over the foil shaver class. And basically, you learn about what a foil shaver is, how to take care of it, and proper sanitation, how to use it. You get to practice on a mannequin if you would like to. At the end, we have one that is available for you to practice on. And I think it's really great. Everyone asks a lot of questions and we have answers, and they really appreciate the fact that, we have some specific guidelines set in place to protect them from customers who try to abuse that specific tool.
Yeah,
So.
absolutely. Okay, good stuff. So then on the 27th, we have a product lead class. I'll be teaching that class. We go over inventory and stocking levels as well as a few other things. So if you're interested in becoming a product lead or learning more about that, that'll be on the 27th of this month. And then we have a continuing education class on the 22nd from 10 to 2. That is going to be an opportunity to get your continuing education class for free. It's not paid time, but it also doesn't cost you anything. Team Sailing does have a license for renewing those continuing education credits, and I've heard it's really good.
Yeah, also the same day as National Hot Sauce Day.
Yeah, National Hot Sauce Day also on the 22nd. Maybe we'll have some hot sauce at our continuing education class. And then finally, towards the end of the month, we've got our haircut assessment class on the 29th from 10 to 1. Make sure you bring your tools for that one. For those of y'all that are looking to get certified, you just got to pass that 6 foundational haircut assessment. That's going to be on the 29th, 10 to 1.
Make sure you bring your clippers, trimmers, scissors, guards. You don't really need your trimmers because they're on mannequins. We do have combs available, blow dryers, so anything that your salon typically has available, we have available for you there.
Okay, well, tell us about these topics of the week, Chase.
So I have a good topic for y'all this week. This is going to be 3 habits that make you the coworker that everyone loves to work with.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah, I'm excited for this one. So the first one, I have 3 really good ones for you. We're going to say what it is and what can help with it and then why it's important. So call your shots instead of just disappearing. Like, I'm just going to go take my lunch real quick. Mm-hmm. Just call it out. Hey, I'm going to grab some towels. Be back in a couple seconds. Hey, I'm running to the restroom. Hey, I'm going to take my lunch break. It just lets your team know what's going on, and it prevents frustration from someone not knowing what's happening. So,
absolutely.
And then habit number 2, reset what you touch. This one is like being a trail cleaner. So, whenever you clean up your station, just make sure wipe down the top in front of your station and blow it out with the blow dryer, and try not to leave combs in there. You don't want to just leave it for someone else to take care of. That can also cause a lot of frustration. Right. And then our third good habit to help make you the coworker that everyone loves to work with is being consistent with the basics. People love consistency more than charm. You don't have to be, the world's most peppy, sunshiny person, but if you're helping with duties, you're on time for your shifts, and you don't just vanish when it starts to get busy, that's going to create that consistency, and it's going to create momentum and flow. It's going to help the salon feel a lot lighter throughout the day. So.
Yeah, I totally agree. Those are great tips, and honestly, some people try to overcomplicate it. I think we all like to be liked to some extent, or at the very least, we like to have an environment where things flow well. And honestly, so much of it is just showing up on time, doing your part with duties, and
communicating.
Communicating. Absolutely, those 3 things. I mean, it just goes so far. So I really love those tips. So I'll tell you a little bit about where we're at. We're about to turn over into 2026. Really excited. So we've got 3 new goals for this year. Pretty great. So our first goal, we're always going to be doing something around customer count growth. So this year we're shooting for 3% customer count growth. We think we shot pretty high last year with 5%. So we're kind of looking at 3% growth. We think every salon can achieve 3% customer count growth. Really
and
exciting.
I hear that if you're hitting 3% customer count growth, that's one of the many criteria for a Mainsail award, but that makes you more eligible for that. So.
Yes, so getting an award from corporate is always really exciting, and they do an award called Mainsail that really looks at salon excellence. So if we're at 3% growth, that's one of the criteria, and it's a great place to be. So second up, we're really focusing on visual noise. So a little similar to last year, but we're really trying to emphasize that visual noise component of marketing. We found that that's one of the biggest things that works with marketing is can we get signs out there? Can we wave signs around? Can we bring customers in? So we're working on getting every salon a kit for different signage, different things like the one that has the QR code for customers to be able to check in when they see the sign. Also some price point stuff. and some open now signs. We're also looking to kind of revamp our open sign and make sure that it's visible. Some salons have that really strong tinting, so just kind of clearing the tinting from that area, and then trying to get teams interested in getting out there where possible. That's going to be a big part of the goal. So each of these goals will have a sheet that kind of has a breakdown of like what the GM's responsible for, managers and stylists, and we're hoping that can really help us kind of stay in our lane. Each person does their part, and so we're not asking too much of like any one person, because we're all each one individual, and I think together we're stronger, and I think that's a big part of these goals. Speaking of which, the last goal is called Do Your Job Well, or just Do Your Job for short. It's a little bit tongue-in-cheek, but we are hoping by kind of sending this out and making it really clear, like this is what GMs are responsible for, this is what managers are responsible for, this is what stylists are responsible for. We're hoping to kind of like help clarify like what each lane is, and help so we don't like step on each other's toes, make sure things run smoothly. And I think that, that's really critical, right? Like if GMs are doing a great job hiring, they're doing a great job, getting those coupons out, planning those weekend sales, things like that. And managers are doing a great job coaching and helping train stylists and things like that. And stylists can do their part of delivering that great customer service to customers using the 5 steps, making sure that we deliver great haircuts, right? If we all kind of do our part, then it ends up bringing people back to the salon. It ends up helping each team be more successful. And I think it does take a little bit. Chase and I recently listened to a podcast as part of kind of development, and they're talking a lot about, step outside your own role, right? Like, we're so self-focused sometimes on, how things affect us. But if we think about ourselves as like, I'm owner as a title, or Chase is, area manager, and, what does that role look like? It can help kind of like you get out of that like mindset of, being self-focused and really focus on like what's important and getting those things done. Because the reality is like once we kind of take ourselves out of it and focus on what we need to do, then things are not only easier for you but for everyone. And when things go well and work smoothly, like that's where everyone's successful. So that's kind of our 3 goals. I'm really excited about them.
I am too. Speaking on that last one, I think that it's going to help us as GMs too, because I think that something that kind of hinders growth of our managers is when we just like do the thing for them instead of teach them how to, and take that extra 3 minutes to make it happen for them so that they can take care of it from then on. And I'm really excited about like being better about teaching them and helping them grow in that sense. So
absolutely. I think it's a great point. Okay, well, those are kind of our 3 goals. Do you want to close us out today?
Well, do we want to mention what our 5-year goal is going to be?
Yeah, we've got 2 5-year goals, but one of them is really applicable to everyone. And that 5-year goal is kind of crazy when you hear it.
It's our BHAG, our big, hairy, audacious goal.
Right. We're actually shooting for 1 million customers done in the year 2031. So 1 million in 31. It sounds crazy. We were looking at some fun things to shoot for, and we noticed that we did almost 600,000 customers this year, which is incredible. I mean, it's 1 haircut at a time, but with 25 salons and almost 10 stylists in every salon, we have done over 500,000 customers this year. So
that's impressive.
It's really impressive. So with team sailing growing a few more salons, we want to be around 30 salons by that time, and having good teams and some efficiency. We really want to shoot for that 1 million customers. We just think that that's such a milestone. We think it'll be challenging, but if we can do it, we'll do it together, and I'm sure we'll have a big celebration for it. So
yeah, a lot of the people watching this podcast right now definitely had a big part in that 600,000 haircuts. So.
Absolutely. So we appreciate your hard work. We want to keep working together. I mean, that's what it's all about, and we hope to hit this really audacious goal in 2031.
Yeah, don't forget to set some awesome New Year's resolutions. Maybe something that helps you personally and professionally, and Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year. I noticed we didn't talk about this tip of the month. Do you want to talk on that really quick?
We do. Let's talk about tip of the month. So Salon Showdown is going to be, actually I have 2. Salon Showdown is going to be here before you know it. It's in March. I know it feels like it's a little bit of a ways out, but it's the perfect time to start like getting into the motion of things and start working on your customer service and efficiency so that it comes naturally whenever you're competing for those awesome prizes. My second tip of the month is going to be, if you've been struggling with your new customer returns lately, Create a new customer orientation where you mention clip notes, ready next text, and online check-in so that they can have a higher chance of returning next time. And then that also gives them a better experience once they do, because they know how those things work and they know what to expect already. And then, of course, remember, they don't have to come back to you specifically for you to get credit. They just have to return to the salon within 100 days, which is about 3 months.
Yeah.
So before we head out, I just want to let y'all know we have a little fashion show coming up for y'all at the end of this podcast. It is going to be 4 outfits that Mandy and I have curated for y'all that will have what sizes are available, what colors are available, and what the price point is. If you're interested in any of those specific outfits, we're going to have a form or a link that you can click and you can order them through that. You'll pick which one you want, you'll pick your size and the color that you want, and we'll do a paid out for you just like we did with the Team Sailing website. And we will get those to you probably about within a month, because we'll have to order them and then distribute them amongst y'all.
So these are like pre-made outfits that are work approved.
Work approved.
Generally like budget friendly.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Well, I'm really excited to see those.
I believe they are all under $30, and both are a top and a bottom.
Oh wow, so, that's a great thing.
And then I think the ones that Mandy has can be switched out. You can like intermingle them. The ones that I'm in, you can also like put different tops or different bottoms with them as well. So yeah, you can kind of mix and match, and some of what you might have at home can match with these as well. So
awesome. Well, we hope that y'all have a great 2026. I'm sure we'll see many of you soon, and yeah, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.